Hello, my friends. I'm so happy to be back with you. Thank you for joining me today. As you can see, I have my beautiful flowers here. You may recognize some of them from some of my previous videos. This right here is a begonia, one of them that I planted recently. And my orchid is down here. I have croton, dianthus right there with the pink flowers, one of my pineapples, a succulent right here, and I have some chrysanthemums. Now, it's been a little bit of a tough year, and so many of us, we found comfort in gardening, but the weather is about to get cold, and so we have to protect them so that they can come back next year if they're not annuals. And so in order to do that, we're going to go over a couple of steps today as to how to get that done safely, preventing bugs and things like that. The first point is looking at temperatures. We're going to start off with the most delicate, which would be the orchid. Very tropical. So for them, you'll want to make sure that the temperature is not below 50 degrees because they're very uncomfortable once it gets below that kind of temperature. Tropicals like your croton here, maybe you have hibiscus, like your pineapple and so on. Those are very uncomfortable when it gets below 40 degrees. So you'll want to make sure they're in before that time. Like dianthus over here, those will be fine with the pink flowers right there. Those are going to be okay. They can manage the colder weather. And chrysanthemums, they can, handle it a little bit, and you can leave them out depending on what zone you're in. Up to zone 7, you can leave them out and they should be fine. If not, you just cut them back and cover them with mulch. But let's take a look at bringing them indoors to see what we need to do. So to make sure that we don't have any bugs, what you'll want to do is to get some insecticidal spray from your garden center. Some people put it in a large container, very diluted, and they dunk them in there. I prefer to just spray mine. And I go in and I make sure that they're completely covered. You can turn it sideways if you want to make sure, or even invert it if you can, so that the top and the bottom is covered. Then after 5 days have passed, you repeat the process to make sure that if there are any eggs, any hatchlings on there, that they will not survive and, come alive inside your house. So bear that point in mind also, that you will need to rinse that off after you've done it either 2 or 3 times to make sure that there's no buildup or residue on the leaves. And as far as location goes, you'll want to put them to an area maybe by a sunny door or window so that they can get some sunlight. Only thing I'd caution you on is with the orchids, they don't like direct sunlight on them. The leaves will burn, so be careful. Make sure it's partly shaded as far as how much light they're getting through that window that you're putting them next to. The next thing is to get saucers. And there are different kinds that you can get from your garden center. Here I have a green one and I have a clear one, and they come in different sizes. And this is just to ensure that you're not going to have any leakage taking place inside your house and ruining your floors. So definitely something that's worth considering there. When you're bringing them in, try to do so at nighttime, so that way they're not coming in from the shock of the middle of the day. That huge temperature change that you might experience with that. So you'll definitely want to do that. Also, as far as watering goes, you'll need to put less water on them. Chrysanthemums, they like a lot of water, so just check them, feel into the soil and just see whether or not they need to be watered. If it's not dried out, then they can maybe go for another day or so. So I hope that helps you. Bear in mind that if you still want to have flowers outside, a good option is always violas and pansies if you're in the colder areas. And I'll be linking my video that I did some months back, showing you exactly how you'd go about planning those, the easy steps. And bear in mind, again, that would be like your pansies, your violas, and, things like kale pair very well with that. And there are different types of kale that you can mix in with those as well. So I hope that this helps you. I do thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will have a happy fall season. Take care.